So this is now the software called Bricklink Studio. So as you can see, it's a lot of colorful designs at the moment. Here we have some of my all previous designs that I've made on it and some of the designs that you can get online at the moment. So what we want to do is we want to create a new design. So we say design from scratch and it will give you your own palette. Then we need to decide which then we have to import our, I won't go into the detail of how to import your palettes, the which set. I'm just gonna give you, yes.
So sorry to cut you there. Could you kindly please maximize that screen that you are busy with because it's small and I feel like people might not see it clearly, please.
Okay, let's see if it helps anything.
There we go. Thank you so much. Continue. Thank you.
Okay. Then what we're gonna do is I've already saved this, but I'll explain this later on. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna choose which set. We're gonna use the Spike Prime for today. And then on this side here, we have all the items that we can use in that specific set. So what we're going to use is I'm going to build a small robot on this side here, the driving base one. And this is now the instructions that Dr. Gijs was talking about. And all we're going to do is we're just going to follow this instructions and build a robot. So let's see. So the first part is we need a horizontal beam. So now we're just going to look through here on the left side to find the correct beam. Here we have. Okay. And we can use our mouse to move the screen around as we see fit and how we need to do it and how we want to see it. Next step, we need to add all our connectors. So here on the side here, we can see we need 6 connectors and we also see where those 6 connectors need to be. So here on the left-hand side, we also have small shortcuts. After a while, you remember all the names of each and every component, then you can look for it. So for example, to connectors are linkers. So we just press here, and then you will see we have 93 connectors in this set. We just press on it, we drag them, and we use the arrow keys to move it, to rotate it in the correct position. And then all we do right now is we redo this step 6 times as the instructions shows us it needs to be on this side here and on this side here. Okay. And then also one thing that is nice about this program is if your team has if, for example, your learners create a robot from their own design and they want to save that design, they can now here on this side, it shows you what is that part and in what step did you do it. So you can add steps at each row, at each point in time to show how we built this robot and how we, every single step step by step. Okay. Now we need, the next part is we just need to add our motors. And this is another part that all the learners will go on and they will now do in real life with a real robot and with all the pieces. So one person will be looking for the pieces and then the other learners will then go and connect these pieces to each other in the correct positions.
Johannes, with your permission, can I take questions as you go along?
Yes, you can.
Thank you. Mr. Spoo, feel free to unmute yourself. Okay. So while Mr. Spoo is unmuting themselves, I've got a question.
Yes.
So you download the Bricklink Studio. So after downloading the Bricklink Studio, so does it automatically have these instructions? I mean, these pieces on it, or do you have to download them separately?
No. So what you have to do is we have to go here we have to press this button here, and then we have to say configure. And then we have to go and look for the number of the set that we want to use. So for example, the spike prime is 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So then we go and we say, choose a new palette, import from an official Lego set. And then we just add that number that we just got. And then it will show you here, after it's loading, what is that set. So it shows me it is a spike prime. Press on it and we import it.
All right.
And then it shows you if there was any problems downloading that program or not.
All right, sweet. Mr. Spoo, do you have a question? I see Sinamele has a question on their side while Casper is continuing. Please unmute yourselves. Or if not, Casper, you can continue.
Okay. So there is a few shortcuts that we can use. We can use the control, and then we can select multiple parts at the same time. And we can say Control C to copy and Control V to paste. And then we can select multiple and connect them all together at the same place that we want to do, because we can see they need to be in the following spots. And so we can.
Mr. Johannes, sorry to disturb you again. I see Mr. Spoo's microphone is unmuted. Go ahead.
Okay, sorry guys to disturb me. I had a problem of I had some glitches on my network, so some of the parts I didn't see them. Is it possible for me to get maybe the video so that I can catch up?
Definitely yes.
There is a link or something.
You'll get the recording tomorrow morning, as Casper indicated, for today's session.
It will be available on the iSet Unisa's YouTube portal.
Okay.
Yes.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Rorisang, is your question related to what Casper is doing there? Unmute yourself, please.
Hello, everyone.
Yes.
Yeah, I wanted to ask you, what's the name of this application?
It's called Bricklink Studio.
Can I get an email of a link where you downloaded it so that I can download it?
So the link is here in the chat. I'll just copy and paste it again.
Okay, thank you.
All right. I think, Mr. Johannes, I'll leave you to presenting.
Yeah.
And then, yeah. Thank you so much. Go ahead.
So now we just continue following the instructions. This is now just for if you don't have this robot at the can we just continue pasting it? So, okay, and this is also one of the things that is nice about this program. It shows you cannot place the robot there because it is conflicting and there is already something in that spot there. It's because now we need to try and put this part here, but now, okay, so the next step is we need to start with the other side of the brick. So I'm just going to move this to the one side of our designing table and get our robots underneath. Okay, so the next part is we need 3 beams with 2 special connectors. Find the
Okay, while you're looking for those 3 beams with 2 special connectors, I see Hlingwe's hand was up. Go ahead, Hlingwe.
Butu Tumelo, ngifuna ukubuza ukuthi singayithola phi le set le yama robotic equipment.
Ku Bricklink Studio manje. The way ayenza ngakhona ubhuti uCast.
No, ukuthi siyithingele kube yethu nathi sikwazi ukuyisebenzisa nabantwana njengesikole.
Oh, okay. So that one you get it on hands-on technologies.
Okay.
Yes. Okay,
ngiyabonga.
All right. You can continue, Meneer Johannes.
Thank you. So now I'm selecting I am using, because of my experience, I know already, I can see there are a few parts that we need to move on certain parts. So what I'm doing is I'm using the control function and selecting multiple parts. And all I'm doing is copying them and pasting them into their correct positions. And then when you want to select multiple, you just hold in your left button and then select everything, and it creates a square and it selects everything in that area for you. And then you can see it needs to be how it needs to go. So we need to do, the next part is we need to add another beam with the iron ball for the cast iron ball for maneuvering. Is there any questions so far on this software?
So far so good. You did indicate that. Oh wait, let me go to the chat box. Sorry, I see there's a chat saying that our 4-year-old is watching with me and getting excited. It's Legos. Thank you so much for that.
Okay.
And I see that P. Muller says, can you use Bricklink Studios as a virtual substitute for robotics kit until you are able to get the actual Spark Prime kits in class?
Yes.
Definitely,
Yes.
yes. And then I see Wiseman Mobo says, is it possible to write down those instructions starting from downloading Bricklink? I think it's simpler, Mr. Mobo, because you simply use the link that Casper indicated and then you can take it from there. It's not a train smash, but you can let us know if it's difficult on your side. And I see Zintle says, unfortunately on my side, the screen is black, but I can hear Casper clear. So for the likes of Zintle and the other ones who are struggling due to network connectivities, please note that the recording will be shared tomorrow on the YouTube link. And then I see Penny says, is Bricklink free or is there paid content?
Yes, so it is free to use, and and the nice thing about it is if you search online by pressing in Google, going onto Google, you can get multiple designs that you can open in Bricklink to see them. There is one thing I want to maybe just add. If you go here underneath the main part, it shows you all the different Lego parts that were ever created. So you can even search something like a figure. Then you can even create your own Lego men, and it shows you how, for example, the small headed one, and then you can create your own figures and any other Lego pieces that you can think of. They have here that you can use, and it is lots of fun if you want to play with it, around with it. Yep. And so the next part here, I just wanted to show you all. So the next part is we need to take the rig on this side, and then we need to move it over to the side on the right-hand side onto the two motors. We just make this a big screen. Okay.
So while you are creating a big screen there, I see Dr. Kho's hand was up.
Okay. Yes, Doctor?
I think it's also important, Casper, Casper's now building a robot, but sometimes the learners also need to get used to building attachments. So again, building a robot is really exciting, but there's more to it than just building a robot. You can build attachments, you can build passive attachments, you can build powered attachments. And so there's this whole range of designs that the learners can grapple with, and each can grapple with their own design. So the application is immense. It gets also learners to think in 3 dimensions. Thanks, Casper. Carry on. Sorry.
No, it's fine. And plus, the one thing that is also nice is you can have a entire digital library of all your old robots, and if you want to remember how you built that robot, or if there was something special about that robot you wanted to remember, so then you can take this program and then create your own entire steps on how you built it, and you can even add some comments on what was this step, or what would you, or anything that you want to remember of that robot, or any special attachments that you create that worked extremely well. Yeah, the only thing I'm going to skip now is the wiring because there isn't it doesn't show the wires on this program, unfortunately. So we're just going to skip those 2 steps. And then the only thing we still need to add is our wheels, and then our robot is done.
There we go. Easy peasy. Thanks, Casper. Well done. Woohoo!
Yeah. And this is now our robot, a small robot that we just built using the building instructions. And then we can find, and then we built it now. And now the most important part of every single programming, or even we all know in real life with our computers, we need to save our program. So we go here to File, Save As, then we go to here and we say, this was the drive robot. It was just the drive. And then we save, and that program is saved forever. Then we have our small robot that we can go and we just built.
Awesome. Awesome.
All right. Thank you so much, Meneer Johannes. You wanted to say something, Dr. Ghost?
No, I'm just inspired. It's just so easy.
All right.
Yes.
Yeah.
Meneer Johannes, can I recap a bit?
Yes. I'm just going to show you, while you're recapping, I'm just going to show another robot while you recap. Continue.
All right. So from what you have taught us here is that you can simply go and download Bricklink Studio for free. That's number 1, yes?
Yes.
And number 2, you said in order for one to have Spark Prime on this software, where do we get it?
Okay. So what we do is we Google this Spark Prime, and then we get the number. We'll get the number 45678.
Okay.
Then we just go here to configure. We just say add a new palette. And we say the next part is import an official Lego set. Then we enter the number that we want to enter, 45678. And then we'll get the entire set. We just say then you don't even need to enter the 1 because it's always there. We always say is import, and it will automatically import your entire set into this area here. And we just press on that button and we'll take us straight to our set.
All right. Do you have any questions regarding Casper's presentation? Or otherwise, Casper, you can continue in the meantime.
Yeah, this is, for example, one of the EV3, one of the previous robots that we can just take. I think I still have an NXT. So one of the first robots that were built of the first sets here we have, and we just got it right to take the design of that robot and convert it into a electronic file so that we can always remember how to use this robot or how this robot was built.
The robot's name is Mozart, by the way.
Yes. Yes. So and then also we have multiple functions here that we rarely use. For example, I wouldn't suggest any new if a person is very new to Bricklink, I would suggest not using the render or the stability button, because the stability will just check for you where is the stability problems in your robot. For example, it sees a problem with the wheels and some of the connectors, or with the robot that we just built, it sees, so with this robot, it doesn't see any problems with this robot stability. And the render button is just to, if you want to create photos, but I really wouldn't suggest anybody use that button because it does take a lot of your PCs, computing power, and unfortunately, it's very draining. But otherwise, the only ones that you would use is either the Spike, or if you want to use the EV3 you can type in 45544 and you'll get the core set for the EV3 and 45678 for the spike.
Cool.
Any other questions?
All right. Kindly please feel free to unmute yourselves, ladies and gentlemen, or feel free to raise your hand so that Meneer Johannes can answer your questions. He's still here, he's not going anywhere.
Hi, it's Pio
yes.
here.
Yes.
So I just wanted to find out if is it possible for one to get this software on a phone, or is it only on laptops and computers?
I only know of the computers and the laptop, unfortunately. I don't know if it's on the cell phone yet for the Bricklink, but the programming for the robots are on the cell phone also.
Okay, please send the link on the chat, Robbie.
It has been shared, Steve. It has been sent. Please
Okay,
check
so
the
send again.
chat box.
Okay, thanks.
I see there's a hand as well.
Yeah. Okay, yes, Shannon, I see your hand is up.
Tomorrow.
Yes. How can I help you today?
Can you hear me?
Yes.
I don't. I just want to find out when is the training session? What time is the training session tomorrow?
Same time as today, from 3 to 5 tomorrow morning. Tomorrow afternoon.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. Any other questions so far? Or is everybody ready to build their own robots on the Bricklink or program them already?
Casper, is the spike essential also available?
I think so. It's just you just need to have the robot set's name. Then you just go to the configure setting and then just enter that set's name, and you will be able to see if it is there or not, and then import it from there. So if you type in this, it will give you the Spike Essential set.
Okay.
Yay. All right, yeah. So this one here is just to show if there was any problems with some of the parts, but luckily none of these parts are at the moment essential for us. So if we go here, so here on this side, we will see if let's see if I can make it bigger. There we go. So this is these are all the parts that the Lego Spike Essential set has.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's even these old Legos that I have known for all my life, and yeah, then we can even add them here as we want. I did see if somebody did ask in the chat what if you make a mistake, or does the program tell you if you make a mistake? So what happens is if you put a piece of one of the pieces into the into a place that it won't go. For example, if I take this one here, it becomes completely see-through. So this is what happens, and this is the warning system that you are placing a block in the incorrect place. So then we just add it, we just change it to somewhere else, and it will automatically replace it to somewhere that it needs to be, to the correct place.
So Casper, can I just want to show you quickly for the We Do set, the little brain is about so big, it's so yay big, and then you get all the motors. Oh, it's flashing at me. And then you get all the little motors, and the motors then it's a plug and play, so it clicks into the kind of clicks into. I feel like an EOS. It clicks in here and then it goes click.
Here is the motor, and here is the two motors and the brick.
There we go.
Oh yeah, and the battery.
And the battery. Yeah, it's inside. All right. Excellent.
And here are the small Lego men that we can create for ourselves. So we can mix and match them, and
there we go.
And we can also change anything that this is the fun thing about when we create these robots, or when we use this program, is we can change the color of any of the parts. So for example, we can make this bright yellow. We can make this one, let's say, here we go. There we go. And so on. And it's one of the fun parts about this. It is lots of fun if you just want the learners just to go, and if you, for example, I can see this one, I think you can create, yeah, you can create a lot of fun with this one, especially.
And it's about model designs as well. Excellent.
Yeah. Sorry to cut you there, Casper. We have a question from Umpo.
Yes, yes.
So feel free to unmute yourself, please.
Okay, yes, yes. Yes, we can hear you.
Okay, we've got a.
Can you hear me?
Yes, yes.
Yeah. I want to ask a question about Google's Spike Prime 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Because like they are not appearing well on my computer, so even though when you were doing the demonstration, I was not seeing well.
Yeah.
Do you hear me?
Yes, yes. So we just figured out the number that we need to enter for the Spike Essential is we have to go here to configure, and then we just have to go to input, and then we say 4, 5, 3, 4, 5. That's the number that we need to enter. And then you will get it.
It's 4?
4, 5, 3, 4, 5.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. Yeah, and then we just import it, and it will give you this entire set of the Lego Spike Essential Set.
Okay. Thanks.
All right. Yeah, so, and we can move everything around. For example, yeah, and like I said, if there is a problem, it won't allow you to, as you can see here, it won't allow me to release it here. So that's, it will show me it is a problem. I cannot move it there.
Let's see what we can do. Go forth, you inspired coaches, and we'll see you again then tomorrow at 3 o'clock. All right. Thank you, everybody. Stay well. Bye. Thank you, team.